Now, I did promise you a special Halloween live stream. So here we are in Transylvania with all this stuff going on. Look, the wispy, kind of floaty witches in this side. A big spider up in the corner there. And this little fellow, he needs a good meal, right? Hello. Let's say hello to some people in a moment. Look at the backdrop here. I spent a fortune at Home Bargains. Look, this stuff's falling apart here. Look, I have this. Okay, this is balloons. This is a thing. This is supposed to be stuck up there. Stay there. Okay. All right. Let's take that echo off because it's going to get daft real soon. Hi there, folks. Welcome along. My name is Paul Webber, and great to be here with you this evening, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. It's great to have you along. And on the Love Audio channel, it's time is it just after 8 o'clock where you are? Let's say hi to some people. So Rich Vibe says, looks like me at the moment. Yeah, get well soon, Rich, won't you? We are thinking about you. Absolutely, make sure you get well soon, okay? Dan's here, Dan Woodward. Hi from Peter and Dan watching the stream in good old Swindon. Let's get you up on the screen there as well, shout you out, which is fantastic. Stuart was the first in this evening though, so from stuartvideo.com. Thank you so much for joining, Stuart. Hope you're well, and hope all is well where you are today over there in the States or Canada, wherever the heck you are. I can never remember. And he says, hey, which is fantastic. Just like Dr. Nick, but with a Stuart video on instead. So it's brilliant. Okay, now look, it's great to have you along. Like I say, wherever you're listening to us from, wherever you are at the moment, of course, and it's fantastic to have you along. So what's Love Audio all about? Love Audio is a platform where you can learn the basics of audio production, safe, fun, and friendly way of doing that, and hopefully you'll learn something along the way and have some fun whilst we do it. So if you're on board with that, let's get on with it.
Love Audio!
Happy Halloween! Yes, anyway. What else we got? We've got bats. If you want bats, we've got bats floating across the screen this evening like that. We've also got ghosts that go left to right. I knew it was going to prove me wrong and go right to left, right? That's typical. And once he gets out of the way, we've got one that goes the other way as well. Okay, we've got one that goes left to right. Let me just bring this down a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want it in shot, do I? Just about there. That's about right. Just out of shot. Okay. Yeah, we've got one that goes the other way as well. So he'll go from left to right, which is cool. Stuart says, I like your mini-me. Same haircut. You cheeky mare. What are you talking about? This one here? Yeah, look. Almost like brothers, but like he's a lot thinner than I am. Same haircut. Cheeky. Look at that. Same haircut. Shocking. Thank you very much indeed for that. Brilliant. All right, listen. Great to have you along. No necessarily going to be talking about audio production as such tonight. But what I wanted to do was play you a video which I recorded back in 2015 when I had a trip to Dallas in Texas. This video has never been seen before on my channel, which is great. So it's kind of like a premiere, really. And you may remember me boring you to death by telling you that for my 50th birthday, I went to Dallas in Texas. And it was actually January 2016, but I went in 2015. We kind of spent New Year there and stuff like that. But we ended up in Dallas about the 4th of January, thereabouts. And went along to Jam Creative Productions in Dallas. And we just wanted to, first of all, go along and meet the team there and hopefully sit in on a voiceover and a jingle session that might have been going on at the time. Now, unbeknownst to me, my partner at the time said, "Well, why don't you buy a jingle?" I'm going, "What? Are you sure? Do you know how much they are?" It's a very generous offer, but yeah, okay. Like it didn't take me very long to decide that was going to be the case. Okay, so what we did was we phoned ahead of time. Sent across some lyrics on the phone, just a bit of phone with us. So sent across some lyrics for a jingle that I was interested in. And this particular jingle stems back from the 1980s. It was a former Radio 1 in the UK jingle that was used. It's also been used on Z100 in New York. And this particular jingle, you've heard me play many times because I use it on my DJ sets and stuff like that. So I thought, well, tonight, what I'll do is, if you're okay with it and on board with it, just give me a thumbs up in the comments, won't you? That I'd like to play you. It's about an 8-minute video, so it's not very long. But what I wanted to do is play you the video that I recorded on my phone. And in actual fact, I've had to edit it because initially when I recorded it, it was the other way up. Do you know what I mean? So I'd recorded it daftly, in portrait mode. So of course the whole video was in portrait mode. So you kind of had to do this if you wanted to see it, the proper way up. So I put it into Filmora, which is the editing software that I use for video, and managed to, 90 degree it and then 90 degree it, so it was the right way up. However many, 180 degrees, isn't it? So that's not right. But you know what I mean. So, 180 plus another 90. 270? Yeah. So that was the only way I could do it. So then I did that, and I also, what I tried to do as well is, because the audio parts of it, and I apologize in advance for the audio quality not being as good as it should be, but it was recorded on my phone, as I say, and it was done, as a background thing. So when John Wolfert, from the president of Jam Creative Productions, is editing the jingle, you can hardly hear him. So what I've done is lifted that audio slightly, so you should be able to hear that better than on the original recording. Okay, so if you guys are on board with me playing you that video, give me a thumbs up in the comments, won't you? And we'll get that rolling for you. But again, if you have any questions about audio production that you'd like me to answer this evening, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time it is where you are, then please do also drop that in the comments, and I'd be delighted to answer any questions that you have. This week is a pretty busy week. The other business I run, Tie the Knot Music, in the northwest of England, has got 4 gigs on this week. So not 4 venues, but 2 venues and 4 gigs that we're supplying DJs for, which is amazing. Down here, I've got a gig on Thursday and Saturday in a hotel locally here in Plymouth. And I'm also on the radio this week in Exeter in Devon. I'm on Radio X, EXE that is, not the Radio X in London, but Radio X, EXE, after the River X, in Exeter. So I'm doing the mid-morning show, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I'm doing the weekend breakfast show, so 8 a.m. till 12 noon. Okay, so that's this week is a pretty busy week, pretty chock-a-block. So yeah, wanted to kind of jump on tonight to give you that news, which is great, but also to play you this video. So I can't see many thumbs up, so I'm going to play it anyway. And we are still streaming. I just want to make sure we are, which is cool. So yeah, give us a thumbs up if you'd like to see that, and we play that. So I'll just wait for a couple more comments to dive into that platform. I was doing a challenge earlier for a live streaming platform that I belong to, and the challenge was, what are the challenges that you face, or one challenge in particular that you faced when creating content. Stuart's got a smiley face and Rich has got a thumbs up. That's brilliant. That's all I need to know. And one of the things I highlighted on that particular question was the fact that it's often difficult for us content creators to think of things that are going to be relevant to our target market, to our target audience, if you like. And it's about coming up with different ideas each and every week that's going to be beneficial to you guys for watching and beneficial to those watching on the replay. And what highlighted it for me was that over the weekend, and this is no word of a lie, and hopefully they're watching this evening or they'll watch it on the replay, certainly. I had two separate people pop up with questions from two separate videos that I'd posted months and months ago about audio production. And they were really good questions, and I managed to answer them, and hopefully they get good value out of those answers. But it really kind of pushed home to me, really, that the content is right, and it's geared towards those people that are looking to improve what they do on audio production, whether they've got the PreSonus gear that I use or not. It's very similar in the way that these things work. So for me, that was a brilliant opportunity for me to demonstrate that it may be a struggle sometimes for us content creators to come up with ideas that you guys like, but very often you forget about the fact that you've got loads of videos up on your channel that you maybe haven't seen for some time, but somebody that's searching for that particular piece of content, and if your thumbnail's right and the content is what they're looking for, then they pipe up and ask a question about it, which is really, really good. And then obviously the idea is that you try and respond to those questions in a timely manner. So don't keep them waiting around days on end. Try and get that question nipped in the bud real quick, because then you might be helping them to kind of further their audio production in a career, perhaps, or whether it's just for hobbies. So that was my kind of challenge that they released over the weekend. It's like a weekly challenge thing, and I thought that was a great opportunity for me to demonstrate the fact that we may think, us content creators may think, I don't know if I'm good enough to do this, but you know what? The idea is that the person watching your video hasn't seen it from your perspective. And if you kind of keep that in mind, then it will help you to create more content based on what you're trying to achieve and that particular direction that you're going in. So long may that continue. So thank you very much. If you're watching this evening, you know who you are. Thank you very much. Give the video a thumbs up, won't you? Give it a like as well. And don't forget that if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, that's a great way of you keeping in touch with what we do on a weekly basis, which is generally going live on a Monday night at 8 p.m. UK time. British summertime currently, but that's going to change at the end of this week. On Sunday, the clocks go back 1 hour. So we'll be in GMT and not BST by that stage. Now, for those of you in America, that shortens the time by 1 hour, but I think it's only 1 week, and then you guys change your clocks and it's back to a 5-hour gap from UK time to Eastern, and an 8-hour gap from UK time to Pacific Coast. So yeah, I hope that helps. Geographically, I have no clue what's going on, but it makes perfect sense if you look at the time zones and stuff like that. Okay, so without further ado, let me play you this video. It's got audio with it, but like I say, I apologize in advance for the audio from John's point of view being slightly lower than it should be, but I've tried to raise it where possible. So you might hear some hiss from those videos, or from this video rather, as I play that back. But here we go. This is from 2015/2016, and my visit to Jam Creative Productions in Dallas to produce a jingle that I use on my DJ sets. Here we go.
You know your favorite hit.
Yeah, this one doesn't have any bass parts to it, really, so it makes it a little.
That's a
faster.
shame. It's a shame that. Let me just pause that there. That's John Wolfert, the president of Jam Creative Productions there that you can see on screen in front of that huge desk. And that's Studio B's desk. That's not Studio A. Studio A is where they recorded the singers, where I was sat behind John watching him and also recording at the time, but I can't locate the videos that I recorded actually in Studio A, which is a real shame. But you'll get the hang of how things get put together as John progresses that. So I just thought I'd interrupt that and show you what's going on. I do like the good bass, you know, on the jingles that you do.
Have a great night.
Let me know if the volume's okay, guys. Sometimes it'll be a bit
Have
loud.
a great night.
I've put a compressor across
All
it
in
to
what you choose.
reduce that.
Have a great night.
Hopefully it's not
Yeah, I
too
clearly didn't think that one through.
Have a great night.
Well, of course.
There's always,
Have a great night.
there's always next time.
Hopefully.
Have a great night.
That, of course, means I've got to spend more money, so shouldn't have said that really. But that was 6 years ago, and I did buy a jingle after that, of course, which you know and love.
But of course, it's kind of a trade-off, because if you have those big, fat, glorious vocals,
Yeah.
you know, the vocal tends to come out a bit softer, as opposed to
Sharp.
more energetic.
Punchy, yeah.
If you have fewer singers singing up high, it's more in your face, and if you have everybody spread out.
Is that why you did a 4-part with the Z plus cuts earlier on?
Yeah, that package is actually written to have that sound.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always been done with 4, 3 girls and a guy.
Yeah.
Is how that one is, just to be different.
So bear in mind, guys, what this is a multi-track recording that was done, you know, during their archives, and they've saved that, of course. And what you get then as a jingle company is what's called syndication. So you use the same package but no vocals on it, and then you re-sing the vocals on top, and that's what you get when you order a personal cut from Jam. You choose the cut that you'd like, and then what John would do right here, as he's doing right now, is getting those balances right between guitars, drums, synth, and then the vocals finally on top. So yeah. Here we go.
Playing all your favorite hits. DJ Paul Weber. Playing all your favorite hits. DJ Paul Weber. Playing all your favorite hits. Have a great night. DJ Paul Weber. Playing all your favorite hits. Have a great night. DJ Paul Weber.
Of course, the other reason this doesn't take too long to mix is that I've mixed it 52,000 times before. So it's kind of, I know what I always do.
Yeah.
But when somebody does a custom jingle and you're mixing it for the first time, it can take an hour and a half to get one cut done,
Yeah.
because it's all spread out on different tracks. And
Weber. Playing all your favorite hits. Have a great night. DJ Paul Weber.
What you can hear with that tapping is when they've recorded the original music track, the drummer would click his drumsticks together. So he's counting them in because he's the one keeping everybody in time, if you will. And he maybe have a click track in his ear. So he's going 1, 2, 3, you know, and then starts. So that's why you hear that kind of ticking behind That doesn't come out on the main jingle, of course, but that's on the pre-production, but before John's edited it and everything. Love the reverb on that, don't you? Bit like this.
Playing all your favorite hits. Have a great night, DJ Paul Weber.
So, what this turns into is...
Playing all your favorite hits. Have a great night, DJ Paul Weber.
Nice.
That's how it goes.
Very good.
And then we'll do one without the shouts.
Playing all your favorite hits. DJ Paul Weber.
And then we can do one that goes like this.
DJ Paul Weber.
In case you want to talk or put a drop in or something.
Thank you. Yeah, it's useful.
DJ Paul Weber. DJ Paul. DJ Paul Weber. DJ Paul Weber. DJ.
Creates this handy dandy little short mix.
Yeah, little sting. Nice.
Goes like
DJ Paul Weber.
this. There's also
It's have a great night, DJ Paul Weber.
Nice.
See, what John's doing here is from the original cut. They call it a cut. Obviously, you know, there's lots of cuts in a jingle package, but this is one particular cut from that particular package. And what John's doing is then cutting down even further and shorter jingles so that they can be used in different contexts, like between two songs or whatever it might be. So what you're hearing at the moment is John doing that editing section on the PC there.
there's that. This
DJ Paul Weber.
and there's also this.
Paul Weber.
Because you never know.
You're spoiling me.
It's what we do. All right, those are the mixes that I can think of.
Yeah.
That I would normally do. I didn't know if you had anything else that you specifically needed or wanted. But
No, that's more than enough. Thank you.
It's worth pointing out at this stage, by the way, guys, that John insisted that we left the building with the CD in our hand with the full set of jingles on it. Okay, he could have mailed it to us and could have downloaded it, whatever else, when we got back to the UK. But he literally wanted to stay behind. And this is like, we got there about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This is now 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, and he insisted on making sure that we had the CD in our hand, and then he gave us a lift back to the suburbs where we had like an Airbnb that we were staying in. So such a generous guy, and I want to thank John if you're watching. Thank you so much for this, and like I said, this is the first time this video's seen the light of day since 2015, because I couldn't find it to start with, and B, like I say, it was in a different orientation, so I had to kind of flip it and edit it and try and bring that audio up as well. When this is finished, by the way, I'll play you the original jingle. So here we go.
So now, what we do is we listen back to it on intentionally terrible speakers.
Oh, okay.
Because unfortunately, too many radios are terrible. So
Yep.
it's good. Unfortunately, not everybody has a set of these in their living room.
Yeah.
Playing all your favorite hits. Have a great night, DJ Paul Webber.
If you can understand them there, you're in good shape.
Playing all your favorite hits. DJ Paul Webber. DJ Paul Webber. DJ Paul Webber. Have a great night, DJ Paul Webber. Have a great night. DJ Paul Webber. Paul Webber.
You good?
Excellent.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go, folks. So that was Jam Creative Productions in Dallas, and my thanks to John Wolford, who was very gracious at their studios, of course, in Dallas, and that's from 2015. So let me just try you and play you the jingle itself. I knew that would not work. Hang on, might be my fault. Hang on a sec. Let's just try this. Here we go.
Playing all your favorite hits. Have a great night, DJ Paul Webber.
There you go. So that's the jingle itself. What's it doing? Hello. All right. So you get the idea. I can probably play it without it disappearing off the screen. Hang on. No, you can't hear that, can you? Let's restart that. Okay. This is how it should be.
Playing all your favorite hits. Have a great night, DJ Paul Webber.
So that's the finished article when it got back to the studio, and that's the main mix, of course, which is pretty cool. So I really hope you enjoyed this visit back to Dallas in Texas. Like I say, this was done for my 50th birthday back in January of 2016. So it's quite some time ago that was done. I had a jingle made by them in 2018, of course, which you'll know is this one.
Love Audio.
So again, that was done in the same studio with a 7-voice vocal group instead of a 5-voice vocal group this time. So yeah, it's a great opportunity to brand your live streams, and if you're a mobile DJ, perhaps branding your mobile DJ show, anything like that. Really, it's an expensive way of doing it. Don't get me wrong, it's not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. It's that particular cut I think was about $350, but look at all the remixes you get out of it as well, and it certainly kind of paid for itself, if you will, over the last 5-6 years. And so really, really pleased that we actually did it. And I'm pleased that I was able to capture that editing phase. And certainly the singing phase, it's just such a shame that I cannot find for the life of me. And I've been going through archives and stuff today of videos and photos and things from old phones and going way back into the archives, on things like Google Drive and Dropbox and all that kind of stuff. And I cannot find the original videos that I did. I think if I'm right in saying I did send them all to John for approval, so hopefully he's still got the originals, and if so, he could maybe send them back to me so I can edit them, and when we can see them live on the YouTube channel. Who knows? But anyway, fingers crossed for that, and let's hope that that's the case. Guys, that's it from me. I just want to say that if you want the merchandise, that's not that one. If you want the merchandise like this one, the Love Audio t-shirt, you'll see that in the middle of that screen there. That's available on the new website address for the merch, which is loveaudiosmerchstore.com. Loveaudiosmerchstore.com. You can also go to the website, of course, which is loveaudio.co.uk. Find out what we're up to there and get in touch with the show by emailing us, of course, at any time that you wish to. He says, trying to find his email address. Where's that gone? Where's it gone? Email. Where's my email? There it is. Yeah, so you can email the show to hello@loveaudio.co.uk. See, and I need a bigger Stream Deck. I need the Stream Deck with like 32 buttons on it, because 15 clearly isn't doing the job. So watch this space. But yeah, get in touch with the show via that if you want. If you want to support the channel in any way, please go over to patreon.com/loveaudio production, where you'll find the podcasting guide, free downloadable PDF guide to help you if you're looking to start podcasting for the first time, perhaps, or you're already podcasting, you want to know what gear to buy next, that kind of thing. Head on over to patreon.com/loveaudio production and download the free guide. You don't have to be a member to do that, but if you want to support the channel by doing so, then you're more than welcome to do so. Rich Vibes says, cheers, Paul. No problem at all. Thank you very much indeed for joining, Rich. And I really do hope you're feeling a lot better soon. I know you've been through the mill recently, so I do hope that that gets better, okay? Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll keep you posted, of course, each and every Monday night at 8 p.m. UK time. Don't forget, next Monday will be the earlier time of, well, it'll still be 8 o'clock in the UK, but it'll be an earlier time for those of you in America. So instead of, let's say, 3 p.m., let me think about this. No, it'll be later, I beg your pardon. So instead of 3 p.m. Eastern, it'll probably be 4 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UK, and therefore it'll be 1 p.m. Pacific instead of 12 noon. Okay, just bear that in mind. But I think a week later than that, then you guys do your own clocks and stuff like that, and then you go back to daylight savings time or whatever it might be then. So yeah, it's all very confusing, isn't it? And which, we wish everybody stayed the same, but of course that would cause chaos for clocks and stuff and calendars and whatever else all around the world, wouldn't it? But that's what it is. So listen, thanks so much for joining. It's been Love Audio Production. Thank you so much again, and please do give it a like and a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. And I'll catch you next week. Thanks for watching. Oh, here's one of those jingles again. This is the Talk Up Rant. And the original goes, Devon's favourite Love Audio, or Cornwall's favourite Love Audio. Across the southwest, Devon's favourite
Love Audio.
See? Goodbye from the Crypt. One final look at the Crypt before you go. I'll put all that in the window tomorrow. Take care, guys. See you soon.